Hey, what's up? Anwar here. Today we're going to do another 30 minutes or less recipe, under 700 calories. If you want another recipe in the same series, check out my playlist. I'll start adding all the videos in there, but so far we have a fish curry recipe. But hit that subscribe button to stay notified on more stuff like this, and lifestyle content covering cooking, traveling, and cycling. Today we're making chicken parm with spaghetti squash. The first thing that you want to do before you do anything else is preheat the oven to 400. And then we're going to pull out the squash and go ahead and cut off the tops and bottom of it. To do that, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So what you want to do is actually use the tip of your blade and put that in, and then use the rest of your blade to kind of cut through the rest. Although this seems like extra effort, it makes it easier to stand it up and split it in half. So now let's go ahead and stand it upright so we can split it in half. Make sure you watch your fingers here because it's still a little bit difficult. So just push down, just watch your fingers. And then from there, using a spoon, we're going to scoop out the seeds. I would recommend to use a bowl. And then we're going to place that onto a baking sheet. And then we're going to spray it with olive oil or just coat in olive oil. And just make sure you go in there and rub it in just so then it's fully coated. And then put some salt and pepper on. And then it goes into that preheated 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. While the spaghetti squash is cooking, we're going to start making the chicken parm. We're going to start by putting breadcrumbs in a bowl, followed by oregano, basil. As always, go down to the description for the exact measurements, thyme, and garlic. And you can also use Italian breadcrumbs if you want to skip this step, but if you do, make sure you mix it all together. And then I transferred this to a shallower dish just so it's easier to dip the chicken in. But let's go ahead and grate some Parmesan into it. And then we can take a quick break. And then when you have 10 minutes left on that spaghetti squash, we're going to go ahead and warm up the air fryer. Mine's a little bit bigger. If yours is smaller, you can still do this recipe. We're going to go ahead and crack an egg into another dish. We're going to go ahead and scramble that up, mix it really well. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our chicken. I have individual servings of chicken. If you have larger slices, just cut them in half. But make sure all of it's coated in the egg mixture. Let it drain out a little bit, and then you're going to go ahead and cover that in those breadcrumbs that we prepared earlier. And make sure they're adhered pretty well. And then we're going to grab our air fryer basket and coat that in olive oil. And then we're going to go ahead and put both pieces of chicken in. And for this recipe, you can actually make 4 pieces of chicken with the amount of coating you get. And then we're going to go ahead and throw that in the air fryer. And that's going to be in there for about 9 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and grab some fresh mozzarella and slice 2 slices off that. And then check in on our spaghetti squash. And that's done. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out. You see a little bit of that moisture there. You can pour that out. And then once that's done, we're going to go ahead and flip the chicken over. Add another 2 minutes. And once that's done, we're going to pull that out, put marinara on, and put that mozzarella on that we did. And from there, it goes back into the oven for a little bit longer. And then using a fork, you're going to go ahead and scrape out the spaghetti squash. Usually it's about half a spaghetti squash for each person. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the chicken out of the air fryer and put that on there. And then it's time to eat. And that's it. It turned out really well. Nice and juicy. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for more content like this. I'll see you guys Friday.